Are you having a hard time figuring out what to get Dad for Father's Day? You should check out Row 1 Brand's Vintage Pictorum Gallery. They have America's best sports art. With over 7,200 historic sports prints, you're assured to find something unique for Dad this Father's Day. Instead of a boring old tie, get him a historic baseball photo taken by Henry High Sandom at the historic Polo Grounds Stadium in New York City during the 1894 Temple Cup. Or, if he's an NFL buff, check out the 1963 vintage NFL poster. These are so good looking that you'll be amazed how they turn out. Shop now at sportshistorynetwork.com/row1 and save 15% off your order.
This is Basketball History 101 with Rick Loayza.
Welcome to Basketball History 101. I am your host, Rick Loayza. This is the podcast where we bring to life some of the forgotten stories from basketball history. Now, I love basketball. I love watching it. I love reading about it. I love learning about its history. I am, for all intents and purposes, a basketball junkie. I've coached all three of my kids in youth basketball. In fact, I still coach my youngest each winter. Something just happened to me when I was around 11 years old and I was bitten by the basketball bug. And starting then, I just couldn't get enough of this amazing game. And with that, the purpose of this podcast is to bring back some of the old stories from basketball's history. I want to bring you a new story each week from the older days of basketball, before there were 22 cameras in the arena and instant highlights on your device. Of course, any story from anywhere in basketball history is up for grabs. But I do want to focus on those stories that are interesting, impactful, but long forgotten. I'll be covering stories going all the way back to the invention of the game in the 1890s, to the barnstorming days of basketball in the 20s and 30s, to the creation of the current NBA in the 1940s, and beyond. So if you love basketball as much as I do, or you just want to hear a few stories from basketball's past, then go ahead and subscribe to this podcast to hear a new story each week. For me, this is a labor of love, as I get to work with my older son, Jacob Loayza, who serves as my editor and producer. So until next time, join us as we journey through basketball's history. In episode 1, we'll be talking about the very first basketball game ever played. This has been Basketball History 101. Take care, and see you soon.
We here at the Sports History Network proudly partner with 26 podcasts, all revolving around the history of sports. But did you know that many of our hosts were sports history authors way before they started their shows? It's true. We've got Joe Ziemba, host of When Football Was Football, Joe Zagurski, host of Pro Football in the 1970s, Mark Morthier, host of Yesterday's Sports, Tommy Phillips, host of Lombardi Memories, and Scott Adamson, co-host of From the 55-Yard Line. All these authors have many books for you to choose from. To check them out, go to our website at sportshistorynetwork.com/sportshistorybooks. Pick up your copy today. Soundtrack provided by Kevin MacLeod of filmmusic.io.